This section of the 2024 Malawi Demographic and Health Survey focuses on child and adult mortality. These are vital indicators of a nation's health, reflecting the success of healthcare systems, social programs, and overall well-being. We will look at levels, trends, and the factors that influence mortality rates across Malawi. Section 1. Child mortality, levels and trends. Understanding childhood mortality metrics. First, let us define the key terms we will be using. Neonatal mortality is the probability of dying in the first month of life. Post-neonatal mortality is the probability of dying between 1 month and the first birthday. Infant mortality combines these two, measuring the probability of dying before the first birthday. Child mortality is the probability of dying between age 1 and 5. Finally, under 5 mortality covers the probability of dying before the 5th birthday. Current childhood mortality levels. For the 5-year period before this survey, the current childhood mortality levels in Malawi are: neonatal mortality stands at 24 deaths per 1,000 live births. Post-neonatal mortality is 10 per 1,000. Infant mortality is 35 per 1,000. Child mortality is 14 per 1,000. And under 5 mortality is 48 per 1,000 live births. Early childhood mortality rates by period. Looking at how mortality has changed over recent periods. For the period 10 to 14 years before the survey, infant mortality was 37, child mortality was 23, and under 5 mortality was 59 per 1,000 live births. For 5 to 9 years before, infant mortality was 35, child mortality was 16, and under 5 mortality was 51. For the most recent period, 0 to 4 years before, infant mortality is 35, child mortality is 14, and under 5 mortality is 48 per 1,000 live births. Trends in childhood mortality over 30 years. This represents one of Malawi's greatest public health achievements. Under 5 mortality has dropped from 234 per 1,000 in 1992 to 48 per 1,000 in 2024, a reduction of nearly 80%. Similarly, infant mortality has fallen from 135 to 35, and neonatal mortality from 41 to 24 per 1,000 live births. The full historical trend for under 5 mortality shows 1992 MDHS 234. In 2000, MDHS 189, 2004 MDHS 133, 2010 MDHS 112, 2015 and 16 MDHS 64, and 2024 MDHS 48 deaths per 1,000 live births. This consistent decline is a testament to sustained public health investment. Section 2. Regional differentials. Progress, however, is not uniform across the country. Looking at the 10-year period before the survey, regional differences in under 5 mortality exist. The northern region has the lowest rate at 46 deaths per 1,000. This is followed by the central region at 49 and the southern region at 51 deaths per 1,000 live births. While the differences are not extreme, they highlight the need for regional tailored health strategies. Section 3. Differentials by mother's characteristics. High-risk fertility behavior. A child's risk for mortality is closely linked to maternal health and fertility behaviors, known as high-risk fertility behaviors. These include too short a birth interval, less than 24 months after previous birth, which affect 5% of births, mother's age, being under 18, which applies to 10% of births, or over 34, which applies to 13% of births, high birth order, a mother having 3 or more children, which applies to 28% of births. All these factors elevate the risk of child mortality. The impact of birth interval. The data powerfully illustrates these risks. Birth interval is a major factor. Children born less than 2 years after the previous sibling face an under 5 mortality rate of 97 deaths per 1,000, more than double the rate of children born after longer intervals. Those born after 2 years have a rate of 41. After 3 years, it is at 40. And after 4 or more years, it is 39 per 1,000. This single finding makes the strongest case for adequate birth spacing. The impact of birth order. Similarly, birth order matters. Firstborn children have a mortality rate of 57 per 1,000. This decreases to 39 for second and third births, the safest birth order. The rate then rises to 50 for fourth to sixth births and climbs significantly to 75 per 1,000 for seventh and higher order births. This underscores the life-saving importance of family planning for healthy timing and spacing of pregnancies. Section 4. Adult and maternal mortality. Adult mortality. Moving from childhood to adult mortality among those aged 15 to 49. In the 7-year period before the survey, the age-adjusted mortality rate was 1.85 deaths per 1,000 women and 2.86 deaths per 1,000 men. Understanding maternal mortality. Now we come to maternal mortality. It is crucial to distinguish the two definitions. Maternal mortality includes all deaths that occur to women during pregnancy, during birth, and up to 42 days following the delivery or termination of pregnancy. Deaths due to accidents or violence are excluded. Pregnancy-related mortality uses a broader time frame. Deaths that occur during pregnancy, during birth, and up to 2 months following. Deaths due to accident or violence are not excluded. Maternal mortality ratio. The maternal mortality ratio, or MMR, for Malawi for the 7-year period before the survey is 224 deaths per 100,000 live births. The 95% confidence interval ranges from 150 to 297 deaths per 100,000 live births. Trends in maternal and pregnancy-related mortality. The trends in maternal mortality shows important progress. Looking at pregnancy-related mortality over time, 1992 MDHS 615, 2000 MDHS 1123, 2004 MDHS 984, 2010 MDHS 675, 2015 and 16 MDHS 497, and 2024 MDHS 245 deaths per 100,000 live births. Maternal health progress. The maternal mortality ratio has dropped from 439 to 224 per 100,000 live births since 2015 and 16, a 49% reduction. Key findings. To summarize the key findings, remarkable progress. Childhood mortality has decreased by nearly 80% over 30 years. The current infant mortality rate is 35 and under 5 mortality rate is 48 deaths per 1,000 live births. Regional variation. Under 5 mortality ranges from 46 in the northern region to 49 in the central region and 51 in the southern region. Critical risk factor. A birth interval of less than 2 years results in 97 deaths per 1,000, more than double the rate of longer intervals. This is the single most important modifiable risk factor. These mortality statistics are more than numbers. They present profound losses, but also measure our collective progress and pinpoint where our efforts must intensify. Closing the gaps in survival for children, mothers, and adults remain a central goal for Malawi's health and future. This concludes Section 5 of the 2024 Malawi Demographic and Healthy Survey presentation on child and adult mortality.